Okay, welcome back everyone to the Wandering Party. We currently have the party split up into several different places. Retsam and Zanzyk find themselves on top of the hospital that they're currently in partnership with Chris in building and furnishing and making sure it's all prepared for the people of the world to be able to embrace non-magical and non-clerical healing. And we have, I believe, Celeste and returning again with us for this session, BLitz down in the tavern, helping it get prepared for opening for the for lunchtime and whatnot. With Chris, several maps thrown out on the bar still, while Chris is working on some expansion plans for the. I don't want to call it a chain, but we'll call it the Wanderers Rest Inc.
franchise
taverns. Yeah, working on plans for a franchise essentially. So I will take us back to the duo on the rooftop. As you guys are having continuing your conversation, you look around and you guys would notice that one of the chairs that's standing in front of a table is now occupied.
Do I recognize who it's occupied by?
You do not.
Do I?
You both can identify this as a dwarf. So how the hell they snuck up here, you have no idea.
I'm sorry, this is off limits. Well,
You'll find, lad, nowhere's off limits.
I raise an eyebrow.
He gestures to both of you. Do take a seat.
I take a seat.
Follow cautiously and sit.
Well, Sam, it's nice to see you again. This time in the land of the waking.
Is this my bartender friend?
This is indeed.
I'm still looking
I
confused.
lean over to Zanzyk. Am I awake?
I punch him.
It hurts.
Ow!
Get 2 hit points back because of my strength score.
Healing hands.
Have you
surprised?
Zanzyk?
No, I've not, but I've heard quite a lot about him.
Zanzyk, how do I even introduce?
When I will do fine.
When I meditate and seek guidance, this is the ethereal barman that I seek guidance from in the real world.
I'm his entirely not quite fictitious mental representation of his faith through consumption of beverages.
And is fair.
I'm the part that he's not quite sure whether or not he's religious or natural. It's weird. I don't question it.
That's okay. I'm not sure my god knows how to take me.
No, she knows how to deal with that, but I'm sure you're aware of the conversations that are going on about you. That's your own religious crises. We're not here to talk about that at this point.
Oh, good.
No, I'm not paid enough by the hour for that shit.
None of us are.
I see where you like him.
Speaking of, we should see about getting a group of like medical practitioners who study the effects of stress on the brain.
No, that's not bad.
I mean, I don't know how you're going to see people's brains that cutting their heads open. I wouldn't recommend doing that.
No,
Without
no.
asking the right questions.
Exactly.
I like your end goal. Don't know how you're going to get there. Now, I'm here to give you a wee bit of advice.
I am always open to advice.
You received a letter today, I believe.
We've received a few letters.
Take a long, hard look at a hand-drawn map, and you might find the solution to one of your problems.
You mean the one with the dwarfs marked on?
Yep, that'll be the one. Also,
Which problem? Because we have several.
look, he's a dwarf with no respectable body armor. What kind of problems do you think I'm referring to? What, the fact he can't use his own fucking lard as insulation against the cold and enemy blades? I mean, come on. The one worst thing for a dwarf than bleeding blood is bleeding fucking fat. That's just embarrassing. I mean, yes, we as a race we have enough, blubber to, make a whale blush. But come on.
I mean, in fairness, if they're just hitting me with something bludgeony, it just tends to bounce off.
Yeah, but the universe only has so much of allowance for jiggle physics.
I'll be honest, where we're going, I don't think it's gonna hit us with things that are gonna bounce off.
No, it probably won't. But I just wanted to appear to let you guys know that I do agree with what you're saying about the everything. But the important thing about the tree on the mountain is before it falls, that tree is carved out something great inside the mountain that will go on in generations future to be a shelter that none can surpass. And you're in an age where even the mountains are changing. The dwarf out of nowhere just suddenly has a tankard of ale, which he just takes a long dwarven swig from. You hear the gulp.
There is one thing that we've never been able to do before. I pull out the little flask of beer that Brewmaster gave me. a bit of the local.
I'll do you a swig for a swig, though. If you can't keep this down, then, no shame.
I hand him the flask.
Surprisingly, he takes it. He takes a swig from it, like a hearty dwarven swig, and he slides his pint glass to you.
I return the favor.
Roll me a Constitution saving throw at disadvantage. And your paladin bonus doesn't affect this.
But my inspiration does.
And then it's a flat roll then.
Wait, I'm going to expend my inspiration and make this a flat roll. So cross your fingers for me, guys. 80.
That one.
But that's got your paladin bonus on it.
Ooh.
So you to minus what from it?
-4. So 14.
14. For ale, this is upsettingly incredible. Like, it ticks all the flavor boxes, all the alcohol content boxes, and it's incredibly Moorish. Like, it's upsettingly good. He hands you back your flask and takes his pint glass back and goes, the local's not too bad. But this is the beer of the angels, so he shrugs.
That was... I can believe that. By all means. Wow.
No, you can't have the recipe. Nor can you make it.
That doesn't mean he won't stop trying.
Well, given what it's made from, you literally can't.
I think there's a flavor profile that I have never even heard before in that.
There aren't words for it in the common tongue. Now, very importantly, he leans forward and actually physically pokes you in the torso, Retsam. You still have places to go, lad.
And I am planning to see where the world needs us.
And that's why I both find your story very interesting and I can't wait to see where you go, but also why you're so damn frustrating.
I believe that there is not a path, but a mechanism that is putting us where we are needed. Maybe not where we are needed all the time when we are needed then, but we end up in the right place to do some good.
He just sort of looks at you. You know what? Fine. Let it be subtle. Let it be slow. But the love of God actually pursue it. Because if nature changes, your nature probably won't because you're stubborn as the mountain.
And at our core, we do not change.
I think you'll find that's already incorrect. Something people thought would never change. He gestures upward. You've now got a whole new pantheon. Understand that even rock changes, even the heart of the mountain changes over time. It can be sudden, like an eruption, or it can be slow, like the ocean wearing away at the land. Or it can be the ice that formed the mountains and the valleys themselves previously anyway. Or that slow. Still.
Still, I have faith that we will be where we are needed. By all means, if the universe gives me a kick up the rear and points me in a direction, I'm not going to say no, but I still think that we will make it.
I'll tell you 2 things for free right now before I have to leave, because I'm overstaying my welcome. 1, he prods Zanzyk. This one. Actually interesting. Sorry, Master Drow, but it's not often I met an interesting one of your kind. Most I just want to crush their skulls with my hammer, but you're all right. Maybe just your shin, but that's for another day.
Oh, good.
Sorry, can't
I
help
trust
it.
this one with my life.
Yeah, he's lost his several times. You should be careful how he values lives. Now, the next point is there is a place that you still need to go, an item that needs to be retrieved. Especially before your brother can get to it.
I suppose a question is asking too much.
Given your tiny friend's patron is currently breathing down my neck, probably too much, depending on how you phrase it. If I shake my head, I can't answer it. If I can give you a nod or a shake of the head, I will make it clear whether or not I'm answering the question, or whether or not I'm saying no to the question. I hate to tell you that time is not on my side, and fate
Does my
currently isn't
brother
either.
know where we will be meeting?
He shakes his head very slowly, like, I can't answer that one.
I thought that might be the case, but thank you for trying.
I will tell you. The dwarf grimaces, and you note there's the sound of like a coin spinning on the table. And you look as the dwarf glances down, he grimaces again. A small coin with the symbol of custody source has just appeared on the table, and the coin is slowly, like, it's spinning, and it's slowly like on its rim, and it's about to come to a stop.
Elsewhere, Godard.
No, he's quite within his realm, as I'm technically manipulating several rules that he has to abide by. He's just doing his job. Don't hate him for it. Now I'm burning time. You already have the clue. It's the last one in the Trinity you were given previously. The dwarf reached up and slapped the coin down to hold it in place. And for the love of God, don't antagonize gods. Especially not Goddard.
We try our best not to.
No, we keep whiskey for him usually.
I know he likes you guys, but when rules are involved, when there are regulations he has to follow, like with this result, well, fate has to be maintained. There's a balance, of course. Helping you now means some other creature is helping somebody else. Good day. He stands and like is just gone. There's no sign of him moving. Like there's a twist, so he's gone out to get out of the seat, and suddenly you guys are just sat at this table. The seat in front of you is unoccupied.
Okay.
There's a crack. Zanzyk, you suddenly feel like your shin is in quite a lot of pain.
Ow! Again?
You okay there?
I hit him, but I...
Do you look at your shin?
Yes.
Do you roll up your trouser leg to look at your shin?
Mm-hmm.
As you do, you note the bruise has formed into lettering.
Someone gets a 2-fingered salute.
Do you do it at the sky?
Yes. What does the lettering say?
What languages do you speak?
Undercommon, Elvish, and Common.
You have no idea.
I identify it.
You can, because you speak and read that language natively. It's dwarven.
And what, pray tell, does it say?
It simply says, refer to the clue about the frozen mountain.
I shall keep that in mind.
And then the second passage reads, the dead city shows the way. And as soon as it's there, the bruising is gone, Zanzyk, and you are absolutely fine. We will cut back to the people in the pub. The two of you who are helping prepare the pub, Chris is now moving around with some speed, as if the coffee he's just consumed in like pint glasses has now just hit his bloodstream, and the Dragonborn is practically buzzing as I don't want to say sprints, but he moves with an unnecessary amount of haste around to get everything sorted. As you guys are sort of shuffling about, fixing things and getting ready.
I'm actually going to go and check out the letter to see what time this auction takes place.
Okay. The letter doesn't stipulate a time. It does, however, stipulate a date.
Which is?
Which is in approximately 3 days.
Okay. Sally.
Yes.
You're wizard.
Yes, I am.
Good. What's a good item to have? Not for me, but for you lot to use.
For me?
For you. For Zanzyk. For Retsam.
I mean, there's all sorts of good items. What they just gave us, these goggles are really good for, me. It will save me a slot of, a little bit of energy that I would usually use to cast dark vision.
Okay.
It just depends on the situation, really.
All right. Well, we do have to find some armor for Retsam, because his looks like a mess, and I don't just mean with the gore and bits on top of it.
Okay. If I recall, he just became all druidy, so can't use metal. He can't wear it, I believe. So we're gonna have to find something that's more natural.
Okay. Like splint mail or something like that.
There's a big shrug from her. I'm like, well, I mean, Zanzyk might know some ideas of what the armor he could use. I mean,
That's
leather
fair
is
enough.
natural.
Okay. Wow. And it gives as well, because he likes to eat and drink, so that's good, actually. So, all right then. Well, I don't know what time everyone's supposed to be turning up. Oh, if you meet a little drow girl, be nice to her, because she's
Because I'm the best and
really
greatest.
good at creeping up on people.
And breaking into places.
I'd like you to meet one of my bestest friends ever, and I'll
Um,
introduce you
Skipping out
to.
from one of the corners of the room is a small drow girl who can't be much older than about 8 or 9. Hiya. I'm Mara.
Hello, I'm Celeste.
Little drow girl waves.
So I'll introduce you. Celeste is a wizard, and Mara is the pickpocket of my life. I'm always skint because of her.
Not skint.
Without coin.
No, that's because of your spending habits.
I don't spend
Yes, you do.
on.
You prepay ahead of time for your party for information.
Oh, okay. That's fine then.
It's called a worthwhile investment.
Okay. So there we go. my money goes before I see it, and Mara takes care of things for us. Well, for information.
Yep.
Also, her mum's a bit.
He made a bad
important.
impression.
I didn't make any impression. I was
He
just
made a
there.
very bad impression.
I don't do impressions.
What kind of impression?
My mum's the High Cleric of Illustry.
Oh.
Yeah.
And
he made a piss awful impression.
She loves me so much that she brought Sans back from the dead.
She incurred the direct wrath of her goddess because she tried to help. This one, she points at BLitz.
She loves me.
Okay.
Yeah. My aunt's also a really badass blade wizard.
A blade wizard?
Yeah. She swings a sword and pew, magic happens.
I mean, I can swing a sword.
Yeah. Yeah, but you're not cool.
Excuse me?
Mara, first impressions.
Yeah, she's not made a cool first impression.
I'm sure that you haven't either.
I appeared inside a magically warded and fortified tavern, and none of you noticed. That's a cool first impression.
Until you opened your mouth and you're rude.
Yeah, but every time you open your mouth, someone somewhere cringes.
That's fine.
It's normally
I don't
me.
care about them.
Now that shows.
She's a bit mouthy.
Yeah, you get used to it. You grow up on the streets. You've got to be mouthy enough to get by.
And very resourceful.
And sharp-witted.
That's why we like her.
And awesome.
She's the leader of the Orphans? Or one of them?
Well, I mean, I don't want to say I'm the leader because they never elected me. I just sort of worked my way into victory.
Okay, so you know about the Orphans, Celeste? Celeste?
Yeah, yes.
Okay, so, right. Retsam and Zanzyk have basically opened the pub up to the orphans to come in at the weekends every Sunday to have food. So they get at least one decent meal. However, they normally come in anyway and they eat, which is fine. We have a kind of sanctuary here for them. And it's not just the orphans. We also have a hospital. And
next door, Amaya had helpfully.
So we're trying to do positive things in the area.
Oh, that reminds me. Sorry, gotta go. Bye. Amara just she walked back into the shadow and it's just gone.
Give it a few minutes. Then we'll talk. But anyway, so the orphans, the beggars, they're all around. They're the information gatherers that we have.
Hold on. Wait. Your intel is for around this city is orphans.
Do you know how many there are?
Well, no, because I live on a different continent.
There's lots.
Well,
there's been quite a few wars and a big couple of them in here in this city. So a lot of people were dispossessed, including my peoples. So and so this is why I think Zanzyk and Retsam have, out of the kindness of their hearts, instigated something that's beautiful. And from that, we get information back. It's just casual talk that they hear. However, if you talk bad about them, then your purse gets nicked. Kind of that type of thing. They do it for shits and giggles.
So they can be a bit of a pranksters.
Pranksters, they're a pain in the ass. But yeah, they can be pranksters.
I mean, giving food to the orphans, that's good.
So the only thing is, I think that later on they're going to become very, very dangerous, if not already.
I mean, I think I've already noticed.
Yeah, popping into magical places. She might look young. She is not. I don't know how old elves age, but it's only in the last, I think, year or so that, or a couple of months actually, that Zanzyk decided that he that he was an adult.
That kind of boggles my mind about how all of a sudden, boom, I'm just gonna be an adult. I don't.
Well, it's when he I think he came of age when he got Retsam released from prison.
There's a moment where Chris appears and he's running around like putting out cutlery and stuff on certain tables. Like, yep, Shroud for trial to call himself an adult. Apparently, there's something to do with elves and having to be old before you're an adult, something like that. I don't know. Elves are weird, man.
Elves are very weird. I mean, they live twice as long. Well, many times as long as humans.
7 times as long. Anyway, hey, yeah, could one of you guys grab the maps off the counter, because it's actually almost time for the orphans to turn up for their weekly meal.
Where do you want them?
Just roll them up and stick them under the bar. I prefer on the far side.
Okay, she'll do that.
Oh, have you met the twins?
They won't be in today, so they should have to wait.
Okay. When it comes down to the twins, they're freaky. If they offer you a drink, accept it, and then tell them it's the wrong drink. Just go with it.
They'll know you're going to do that. So that Chris provides helpfully as he's like pulling meals out of the oven.
So
they know that I would do that, but maybe not Celeste.
Well, issue is I don't really drink.
Me either.
I'm not.
They'll provide you non-alcoholic beverages too. They'll just know.
I'm just not good with drinks. Last time I drank, I had to be in detention and corrections. Westminster was not happy with that, actually, at all.
There's a pause from Chris as he walks back in. He is a wine-drinking hypocrite.
Wait, you see the difference?
Putting out huge platters of food.
You see, he can hold his. Well, not kinda hold.
No comment, please don't. Chris is just looking. Please don't disrespect the wizard in the tavern, please. At least not in a public room where he may or may not be able to hear you.
Oh, I'm sure he already knows.
Chris makes no comment. So do you guys want to serve, or do you guys want to wait for the other two to get back?
I'll help serve until they do get back.
Cool. If you put a spoonful of food from each one of these tubs, he has 5 industrial catering style deep dishes.
Actually, I'm not going to serve. I'm going to sing to them. I'll tell them funny stories. That's what I'll do.
Okay.
I guess.
I need to make sure the hospital's ready to receive its first patients.
Douche.
Chris just laughs at you. I wonder if the other two will come back soon.
I hope so. Right. Okay. And I'll start playing a merry tune that will hopefully entice the orphans in.
The door is pushed open, and a small blue kobold head pops round. Hi.
I know you. You're hungry, aren't you?
Yeah. Food, please.
Over there. Go and speak to Celeste.
This teeny little kobold wanders up to you, followed by what looks to be a young dwarf who's more heavily footed. Both of these are clearly toddlers, but the kobold is significantly smaller than the dwarf. There's an array of essentially what looks to be young creatures of varying races. There's a young Aarakocra there, which is very weird. They have downy feathers. They can't fly yet. They're just this little bird folk. They have all downy feathers, like a pigeon that's far too young, it's all puffy, and it's waddling up to you food.
That's actually.
Yeah.
That's a little adorable, not gonna lie.
Yeah, I know, right?
And as I see her start to melt, I'm going to say, remember, dangerous.
so these orphans sort of trickle in, being followed by a minder from the orphanage. You don't see Amara amongst this group.
Greet them and give out the food.
And as they do come in, I'll say, and who wants a song?
No one raises their hand.
Great. And I'll just stop playing one anyway. A children's type style song.
Okay, rolling you can't roll. I'll roll your performance check.
Oh.
See how this goes. I'm going to set this to whisper rolls because I can. Let's see what this does. Good God, how do I? Oh, jeez. I broke it.
Ooh, can I? Ooh.
Oh,
Don't forget, add 7.
Could I try to
That's
help
7.
enhance his music a little with a bit of prestidigitation?
You can try and add to it if you want to.
Just a little bit of a faint
Okay.
background music to it, I guess, in a way.
Okay. So as you add some background effects to it, Blitz's song is actually, it's a pretty good child's like early morning song about breakfast and eating healthy vegetables. Blitz, you don't know where this is coming from. You're like, what the fuck am I saying? Inside, you're like, what is this?
I've definitely hung out with Zanzyk for too long. Bloody vegetables.
Yep.
Vegan.
You're just like, and then your brain just goes, bacon. Like in the middle of the song, you just go bacon, and then suddenly it's about bacon.
And believe me, a little bit of Retsam song will go in there as well. making bacon, making bacon, which I'm sure that most of the kids have already heard.
A lot of the older looking orphans always goes bacon, and they join in the chant. Suddenly you feel like you're leading a cult of children about bacon. The cult of bacon.
Dangerous.
Somewhere you hear someone, well, at least he's not making a pig stew of it this time. And with that, we'll cut back to the dwarf and the drow. You guys are still sat at this rooftop. You see the elevator just descend.
Well, that was something.
Jesus.
Who?
No, I think that's someone else's religion.
Gonzus. Are you sure that actually happened?
Did you see a guy here, dwarf, drinking beer, talking to us?
There's
You kicked him in the shin.
There's a ding as the elevator reappears.
I glance over it and then...
Yep. Time to step on the elevator.
As you go to move toward the lift, opening goes, and you hear, hiya!
Oh, Mara.
Amara waves.
Oh, hello.
I made it in here.
You took good care of the garden while I was away.
I did.
I flicker a gold.
She catches it. Cool. I stole more from Blitz the other day.
I figured.
It's cool. I saw some cool stuff though. I stole.
Requisitioned.
It's advanced payment for the information that we provide. He doesn't see it that way, but I do. No, I saw some cool stuff.
Oh?
Yeah. There were some wizards that came into the city while you guys were away. They had like lots of big boxes and stuff, and they went all under the city, like into the lower levels under the wizard school. They had like, she pauses. Well, they weren't from Primor, if you get what I'm saying.
When you say big boxes...
Big boxes. She stretches her arms out in a very childish gesture, like obviously like the span of her arms.
I don't suppose these boxes contained animals.
No, not that big.
Okay.
Like big treasure chests. But I don't think they were pirates. They were two wizardly pirates. Because wizards don't pirate, because pirates do pirate things.
Well, the wizarding school is due to have a auction.
That's where they sell stuff, right?
Yes.
Neato.
Just be careful.
Because wizards are strong magically and they can do nasty things to people if they catch if they're trying to be pickpocketed.
Exactly.
It's almost like my auntie told me that.
Well,
After I stole her
I
spell
have met her.
focus.
She is quite smart.
After I stole her spell focus, which came back to her because she demanded it to do it in magic. Cheating.
Mm-hmm. Flicker missed you.
I know. I missed him too. Oh,
He's
Oh.
around somewhere.
Auntie said something. Did you know I'm indirectly related to a god?
I had figured that out actually, yes.
Mm-hmm. That's cool.
Yes.
Auntie did say something important though. Poop. No, that wasn't what she said. That's what my brain just told me because I can't remember. Something about a vole.
Volvox.
That sounds like it. Yeah, him.
Mm-hmm.
It, him, them. She shrugs. I can't tell. They're all tall
He's
and with stabby things.
what does Alice say? He was like a justice in the north.
Well, anyway, she said she was going to go see him, and there was something about a bounty and some stuff that was happening up there.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Well, if she's taking that bounty, then I just.
Oh, she's not taking the bounty. She was going up to Vol. Vol Fox, not Vol Man. Why do I think he's a rodent? I don't like him. He took Auntie away. Ratman, that's his name now. Yeah, she settles to himself.
Just do me a favor.
I mean, I'm already doing you like 4.
Never say that to his face.
What would I call a Ratman to his face?
He did help save the city.
Oh.
I then turned to you, Retsam. What if we named this place after the Deckard? I mean, he gave his life to protect the city.
You can't call it Deckhand Hospital. That's weird.
Deckard Memorial Hospital.
Wasn't he the old man?
Yes.
He was grumpy.
Yes, but he did give his life to save the city.
He made nice lights for the little ones, though.
It would
When
be
he
a
thought
good
no one was
gesture.
Hmm.
And better than all the offensive things that I could come up with.
Well, I was
Believe
going to
me.
name it Chris's
Well, I
Hospital.
mean, if you want.
Chris's place.
Well, no, but the most offensive thing you can do is put Blizzard's face as the standard for it.
No, we don't want people to be sick when they come in. We want them to get better.
Amara giggles. Oh man, do you know what would be really bad though is if you put your face and then Blitz's. Be a double whammy.
Oof.
It's the
Mhm.
beard. She just is like lifting up and patting it. It's weird.
Do you want me to shave it?
You surface folk have really weird hair habits. She pulls at the beard. Like it's coming out of your face.
Unfortunately, that's where I keep it.
Why?
Well, my parents just did it. Their parents did it. It's
Well,
tradition
your
at this
parents a
point.
goat.
You know what? The amount of stuff I eat, possibly one of my grandparents was a goat.
Zanzyk laughing. He's not even trying to hide it.
My looks at Zanzyk. He's either really gullible or he's actually descended from a goat.
I just lean close and go, you know how you can tell from part goat? It's in the eyes. Goat's got weird eyes.
But why would it be in the eyes when you're just all weird?
I just got you there.
Well, I certainly know I'm weird. And Zanzyk's weird.
To be honest,
Mhm.
Mr. Zanzyk, you're not much better off given you're a male cleric of Illustri.
I mean, that was her choice.
I know, but it means you're very weird. You're uniquely weird. He's just a dwarf.
Well,
She grins at both of you, clearly enjoying this.
mm-hmm.
Well, you have to remember, little one, that even the
Whoa,
dwarfs
whoa, whoa,
thought I
whoa,
was weird.
whoa, she says. Was that a height joke?
It was a term of affection.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
But as I say, even the dwarfs thought I were weird.
That's because you are. Wait, I can't agree with the dwarves, but I can't say you're normal. She begins breathing like, I can't do it.
But you can say bacon pancakes.
I can't even say that, she says quietly.
Speaking of bacon pancakes, isn't it breakfast for the orphans today?
It is, yeah, but I have other stuff to be doing because I've got to do super sneaky watching stuff.
Okay. Well, say hi to your mom and your brothers. For me.
I will do. Oh, she clicks her fingers to remember something. One of the nobles is a shady shit. She snaps her hand over her mouth. Sorry, shady poohead.
What's with this murder house, by the way?
Oh, we don't talk about the murder house. We don't talk about the spooky murder house. Even we don't go in there.
We may be going in there.
Zanzyk raises an eyebrow.
Oh. The last few people who've owned it, they go in and they don't come back out.
Cool, let's go buy a house.
There's some screaming and then nothing, and they don't even find bodies.
Oh, good.
Right, we might have to invest.
Mm-hmm.
Please don't go in there. I mean, I wouldn't say no if you send Blitz in there on his own, but don't go in there altogether. Also, your wizard is weird. Do you just collect weird things? She says, looking at Zanzyk.
Apparently so.
Oh, sorry.
By your
person.
judgment.
Sorry,
we should call
dwarf.
the next pub the Wanderer's Weird.
I was thinking of calling it Goddard's Rest.
Then you need to put it on a weir. So it's a wandering weirs on a weir.
You know, Amara,
Hmm?
my respect
I
for
do
you
know
is
Amara,
so
it's me.
high that if you told me to always come out of that house alive, I'd have to do it.
I'm going to have one exception to the no swearing rule.
What that?
When someone is bullshitting me.
But it's true. I do respect you.
Nope. I must have eaten something. It's got drugs in it. I have to go. This is too weird now. She skips off to the lift, prods the button, and walks in. You can take the
Journey
stairs.
safely.
She presses the button. I'm going to hold it downstairs, so you have to take the stairs. Ha! She disappears down the lift. Sometime later, you can all regroup at the in the tavern as all the orphans are eating their breakfasts.
I mean, in fairness, going downhill is a lot quicker than going up.
Because you can just roll.
Yep.
Chris has carefully reinforced the firewalls on all these staircases just in case somebody does do what Retsam is probably about to do and stair surf on his belly.
I mean, the lever's going to protect me somewhat.
Okay. You know what? Roll me a D100 for your stair surfing adventure.
D100?
Yeah.
That's a 7.
You make it down the stairs unscathed.
Zanzyk just hears a woo!
Zanzyk, I'm not sure how he did that without breaking a neck or one of his other limbs.
Oh, he's in the right place. Never mind.
Do the two of you head back to the pub?
I think we do, yes.
Yeah.
Fair. You return to the pub to find it crammed to the brim with orphans, who are all eating their breakfast. And you hear the resounding battle cry of children eating bacon pancakes, bacon pancakes, as the cult of bacon is in the house.
As we come in, Retsam joins the bacon song, adding his baritone to the chorus.
Nice. And you can see Celeste going googly eye over baby Aarakocra that's all downy feathers and fluff.
So cute. Oh, how can they not know? So adorable.
It's like it's like small as well. It's a grey downy feathers. So it's got its little talons out. It's like picking the food to eat it in its beak.
I just lean over. Maybe we should buy a crash. To Retsam.
I mean,
I'm sorry, is that?
it could be fun.
It could save us a fortune.
And opposite the baby Aarakocra is a baby Kenku. That is just small and like little black feathers. It's smaller than the Aarakocra, and they're like looking at each other. They're pulling apart the same like bit of meat for breakfast.
Oh my goodness. She's She went all like googly, I guess. I don't know. What you would do? What you would do if you saw an adorable baby? I guess.
And in front of Blitz is a recollection of what looked to be. There's like a couple of baby kobold, and there's like a number of like little dragonborn are all clapping, and they're like the most vocal supporters of the bacon cult chant. Several of them have like slaps of bacon like on their snout.
And I will keep on playing my tune because the kids are enjoying it.
Oh,
Sorry, Retsam's tune.
grab coffee.
Our tune. Collaborative.
The cafetiere that you guys were drinking coffee from is empty.
I walk back to the kitchen and pout.
As you walk into the kitchen, Chris is stood there cooking, but he's like shaking on the spot.
Is there more coffee?
He turns to look at you. No more coffee. Have another coffee. Coffee's
For
good.
me?
No, I drank it all. You should have had more when before you left. Coffee is good. I've got to keep running around. He's like pings around the kitchen, like he's gone mad. The caffeine in him is insane. It's just hit insane levels.
Zanzyk considers lesser restoration in him.
Touch me with magic and I will hurt you. I like this coffee.
I would also like this coffee.
He like before you can finish the sentence, like there's another like picture of there's like another like thing of coffee on the hob, like being prepared.
You the man, Chris.
Caffeinated Chris is happy, Chris.
I can tell.
The crash will probably kill me.
Mm-hmm.
I wrote life assurance into my policy. Goodbye.
Good to know.
Who's the beneficiary of that insurance policy?
Now, would you like to know?
I mean, yes.
Too bad.
Because I'll have to do the paperwork.
No, you won't.
I wonder if he's already hired his replacement in case of death.
This is Chris, probably.
Why have an apprentice? Chris is just like, still peeing around the kitchen as you guys have a moment. The bar is now full of life. Another chaperone from the orphanage is there, and you are very aware there's a lot of kids in your pub having breakfast.
You make sure the chaperones get some food as well.
You'd also note all of the bar taps and all of the alcohol is like either in like the bar taps have been like chained so they can't be pulled. And all of the like expensive alcohol that can be reached by children or children standing on shelves has been boxed away. Like it's like essentially you can't climb up to get to it. Those of you who are paying attention would note the top shelf has an additional bottle on it now.
Is the bottle familiar?
Is it a milk bottle?
It's not a milk bottle.
I'm thinking for the kids.
I mean, to some people, it might be as good as mother's milk.
What it is a small round-based bottle that just has like an hourglass symbol pressed into it.
I kind of look up at it. Look back. Welcome back.
You get nothing.
I didn't expect anything.
You'd also know this is a small bottle.
That's fine. We don't have... Well, we do have a paladin, I guess, of souls.
But he's about to leave. Hashtag swag. So...
I'm going to take a seat in the... our seats.
And I think I'll change the tone a little bit to bring down the kids' energies and start talking about a pirate story and see if anyone wants to hear that, and just start something off and just bring it down a lot.
There's as you start doing that, there's a tap on your shoulder. I think you might want to go and sit in your booth, is all that Amara's voice whispers in your ear.
Thank you.
I'll do a
Turn
solo,
around.
don't worry.
Every now and then you fall apart.
Turn around.
It burdens my soul.
But you like it.
Okay, go sit in the booth.
So the party collects in the booth, and then Chris reappears, pulling up a stool and perching at the end. Yo, team wanderers, he hazards as he puts coffee down in front of everyone.
Seriously, you really need to come up with some better starting points than yo team one. Mr. Twitch?
I mean, in fairness, it's descriptive.
Yeah.
I mean, can't with a bad group name, and maybe I will.
We decided on a name for the hospital.
Oh, good.
Deckard Memorial Hospital.
The Deckard Memorial Hospital. Perfect.
We should
He
honor
wants
people who fought
a
for the
non-magical hospital, name it after a wizard, because that's cool. Chris just
city.
laughs.
No, we named it after a hero who fell for the city.
Fair. Totally understand that.
I toyed with you calling it the Goddard Hospital, but
He would probably come down from the heavens and bitch slap you himself.
well, I didn't think it was appropriate. It's
Anyway.
a non-healing hospital, and naming it after a god would seem.
To defeat the point.
Mm-hmm.
Fair. So, I have to sort of ask what you guys got planned next, because I know what the point of Blitz is going to be doing. He's going to scope out some new places for a pub, so we can expand. How much of the money that we got the other earlier did you want to allocate to your own discretionary funds, and how much do you want to put towards the business?
Oh, that is a good question.
And how much can I give Blitz so he can potentially go and buy us a nice plot of land?
I mean, I don't need to take anything out of it personally.
You don't need to give me anything because I'll just send Git to come and collect it.
You're asking Git to teleport like several thousand miles? That's a bit harsh.
I'm just like one of those type of people. Git likes flying anyway.
Git just looks at you from where he's on your shoulder and goes, not that far, I don't, mate. I ain't
Not
a
even
fucking
for
albatross.
Not even for a bacon snack?
I'm not an albatross, mate.
I am. We should keep some money to get you armor. I look at Retsam.
I agree.
No offense, you might as well have been wearing a t-shirt with a bullseye.
Hey, I didn't die.
You came close.
But did I die?
I mean, are you never going to let me live this down?
Oh, I like how you done that. That was actually really good. Twice, you should have said though.
3 times, actually.
Have I missed one?
I've died 3 times.
There was the wall, there was the head, there was the fall.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I was only there for the head and the fall.
Yeah.
It's okay, the wall wasn't really anything worthwhile. It's just an accident. It's like trip over, fall into a wall, get flame blasted by one of your teammates. Who was that?
I get
anyway?
what?
What?
Ooh, gossip. Retsam?
Explain.
What? You were fighting a wall and went down?
Yes.
And
That
she was
bit I remember.
flambéed? He was flambéed?
I mean, I can't remember who was even there with us at the time.
Are you saying... Oh, fuck, what was his name?
Peaks.
Peaks. Managed to hit me with fire. Is that why I have that burn mark on my back?
I mean, the wall was a factor,
Mm-hmm.
but this Peaks fellow doesn't sound familiar.
Is Zasha's friend the cat?
Cat. That possibly.
Hmm.
Can you verbalize
grumble.
that, please, Blitz?
I think I might have a spell that I want to cast at the moment just to watch Retsam sweat. Zone of Truth.
Okay. I need everyone to at the booth to please make me a charisma saving throw.
Quick question. It's a 4 from Retsam and a 3 from Blitz.
Were
Yep.
we,
So everyone has +7 to this save.
so were we all invited to the booth?
You're all
That's
sat in the
just-
booth.
Oh.
Zansk that once, so can't pass.
Were we all invited to the booth?
You were all
Yeah.
sat in the booth.
Yeah.
Sorry, I should be
Yeah.
more
Oh,
clear about that.
Yeah, we did the universal everybody in the booth symbol.
The everyone booth gesture.
So for the next 10 minutes, Zansk can't voluntarily tell a lie in this space.
I don't know what I would have got, so
You pass.
oh, +7. Sans, come on.
Yeah, so this is the thing is with the paladins being sat next to each other, it's literally almost impossible to fail a save unless you natural one, which Zansk did.
I don't know what you mean.
You can't voluntarily tell a lie now.
That's like a solid 12.
Yeah, it's not high enough for the DC though. It's like a solid failure.
I passed.
I can't see Retsam's. Did you pass, Retsam?
Red Sam rolled
yeah.
31,
31. Wow.
which is like a solid double your DC. So he's good.
You don't have
Right.
to cast magic on me if you want a straight answer.
Did someone set fire to Zansk as he was dying, as he was dead, or before he was about to die? And if so,
Zansk
which
may have
one of the three?
accidentally got hit by friendly fire in the fray of battle, because we all know that Peaks wasn't at peak performance.
Was Zansk still alive?
By that point, no.
Ah, okay. Are you okay there, Zansk?
You know what? I can't be angry about it.
It was a long time ago.
And he did get dragged into the hells.
I mean,
Just for the record, Chris also passed.
I think we all assumed that he will always pass. He's pretty kick-ass.
He doesn't always pass, but he rolled a natural 20 this time.
it's, you know what? He had it tough. Reminds me, are we ever gonna go and rescue him?
Is someone else in the
If we
house?
do, they're just going to be sending more dogs after him.
Or
Or hellhounds.
Hang on, what?
do we have to let him walk his own path? No, 'cause he came back from hell.
He did, yeah. You guys have missed a bit. He retired with a Seizure. He lives with a Seizure. They never resolved the Hellhound problem, so you can assume they're probably still having a Hellhound problem. But he retired with a Seizure many, many moons ago.
They never sent me a postcard about that.
It's because they told you to your face.
They never sent me a postcard about that to my face.
Well, at least if we close the manage to close our portal, then or at least block it from being accessible,
Yeah.
then Hellhounds will have to find another way.
But there is something I need to speak to you guys about.
That's just nods and sips his coffee.
And
Is it cleanliness?
with that
Next to
snarky
godliness.
comment, and with that snarky comment of "Is it about cleanliness?" So you need to write down that point you want to talk to them about, because that's what I'm going to draw this evening to a close, as we're at time.
Cliffhanger.
Dun dun dun.
We have
Very
more
soft
social
one, though.
We have more social cliffhangers than we do combat cliffhangers at this point.
Mhm.
Welcome to the D&D game where it's mostly just talking and business.
Business.
Yeah. So thank you everyone for listening. Have a wonderful rest of your week, and we will reappear when we reappear.
As if by magic.
As if by magic. Wandering Party Podcast, available in all the good places.
Whether it's
We'll appear
destiny
on
or
Friday.
fate.
Yeah, we'll appear on a Friday, probably. We do that sometimes. Anyway, guys, thank you for listening. And, well, Witchmouth, Clive, Blitz, thank you for reappearing for 2 sessions. Much obliged. It's good to see you, buddy.
for having me. It's been a long time, and I've missed you guys. So, and it was nice to come and play and be part of this wonderful group.
It's always a pleasure to have you back.